Hi, welcome to The Man in the Hat. I've done, over the last few years, a couple of audits of different Indiana Jones hats. I did the first round in 2016, then I did another one 2 years ago, 2019 update. And I realized that things have changed. I now have a few favorites which were not necessarily in the picture before. So I'm just going to show you 4 hats today. One of them, only technically one of them I've shown you before because I've changed the others. This is the one that you've seen before, which is the Herbert Johnson, the revamped Herbert Johnson Poet Fedora, which is the one they used, which was used in the first 3 Indiana Jones films, and then when they rebooted the company a few years ago, they rediscovered the blocks, rediscovered a really good hatter called Michel, who made this, and this, as you can see, it's not a Raiders hat, it's more of a kind of Last Crusade hat, and it's made of rabbit. So it's matching, really close to matching the quality and the feel, the look and the feel of the hats that were in the first 3 movies. Right. Meanwhile, I started investigating other hats, and then this actually is a beautiful hat by Advintage Fedoras by Thomas Osigus. Now you may think you've seen this before because I've shown you one of his hats before, but this is a different one. I lost a little bit of weight over the last few years, and one of the things that happened is that some of my hats were just too big for me, and I was running for a bus somewhere around Hong Kong, and the hat flipped off. Now I couldn't have that, so after a while I had another one made, which is this one, which fits me very nicely, thank you, and doesn't get taken by the wind when I'm running for a bus. The interesting thing about the Advintage hats is that they really hold their shape very, very well. There isn't that kind of softness that you get with rabbit. I mean, this is a 100% beaver. This is a rabbit felt hat, and it's, as you can see, it's pretty soft, and when the wind blows, it sort of bends. This, I'd be surprised if it bends. It's really quite a solid feel to this hat, which is a key feature, I would say. This is another one of my favorites. So this is the 3rd one I'm showing you, and I've shown you one of Huffwood Mikael Enarsson's hats before. But in the last audit, I don't think I had this one. This is a relatively new one. This beautiful hat, 100% beaver, very soft, very easy to shape, and you can see that in terms of colour, there are some differences. This is the Advintage. There's the Huffwood, and this one is the Herbert Johnson, and there are these variations. So, and the other thing which I think is quite noticeable about this compared with, say, the Herbert Johnson, is it's somehow more radical. The crowd is just slightly higher, slightly more aggressive. The mushrooming effect is pronounced, and that also applies to the Advintage one. Actually, there's a very pronounced mushroom, by which I mean that the hat seems to come in here and go out there, which is a great feature. Right, now the 4th one, which I've not shown you before, and I've only had it a couple of weeks actually, and here it is. This is an Adventurebilt hat made in the early 2000s by Steve Delk, and they've had kind of a checkered history, but at their peak, this is the company which got selected on the basis of hats like this to make all the hats that were used in Indiana Jones and the Kingdom of the Crystal Skull, which I think quite a few people feel was kind of a lousy film, but a fabulous hat, and here it is. There you go. It's this is beaver felt. You can see the mushrooms there. There isn't a turn, by which I mean that the hat is straight on, unlike the Advintage one, which you can see has been rotated. So this is very much I think the sort of hat which got them the contract, and is probably the hat that is closest probably to the Crystal Skull hat. It's certainly closest in terms of time. I think this was made shortly before that movie. So there you go. These are my 4 favourite Indiana Jones hats. Which one of them all is the best or my favourite? I'm not going to tell you. I love them all. Okay. So for more of this kind of stuff, please follow me on YouTube. Come to the shop if you're in Hong Kong, and as always the Facebook and Instagram profiles, The Man in the Hat. And hope to see you in the shop sometime. Cheers.